don't know two licks about an Airstream trailer. This is Allison. I definitely do not know what a rubber torsion axle is. Oh yeah, I think I've seen that before. Good morning, everybody. Allison Morrow. Hope you're doing well. Today we are going to be calling on our first Airstream trailer. And by we, I mean me. Lynn, my husband, is out of town working, so I am going to be making this phone call solo, which is funny because I don't know two licks about an Airstream trailer. First, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in all things eco, especially this new adventure we're taking, which could turn into a crazy thing. But the reason that I'm calling on this is because Lynn and I have sort of this short-term, long-term goal of ours that we want to eventually buy about 20 acres of property and build our own place and live as off-grid as possible. Our first step in the plan is we want to get a trailer that we can renovate, and then when we buy our property, which likely won't have a structure on it, we can live in the Airstream while we're building our house. So we've been looking at Airstreams online. We figure if we buy this particular brand, if we need to sell it at some point because say we find land that already has a cabin or something on it, these trailers hold their value pretty well, so we should be able to sell it pretty quickly. Happened to come across this one online. It's the first one that we've seen that we think is close enough for us to pick up and also meets what we believe to be what we want in this trailer, though I will say we are novices at picking these out, or at least I am. Lynn has given me all the questions that I need to ask, so all I need to do is ask them as if I know what I'm talking about. All right, let's do this. Hey, this is Allison, the person with the trailer questions. Let's see here. So I guess the first thing is, you said the shell is pretty good, right? Doesn't need any repairs. So you haven't tried to move it at all? Like, do you know if it's roadworthy? I definitely do not know what a rubber torsion axle is. Unmute. The floor, I guess if you haven't had any leaks, that should still be okay, but any idea how good the floor is at this point? Oh yeah, I think I've seen that before. Sounds like the water heater does not work. That is one thing I do know what it does, and that is something I would like to have. Airstream Hunter on Facebook, okay. Sorry if you already mentioned this, but suspension. Is there anything wrong with the suspension? I think you may have written that in the description, but you were saying that was when you put the axles in, and then you also put in new water pumps. Is that what you said? We're talking tires right now. I do know what a tire is, so I got this. Is that okay, the tongue? So my husband is out of town working right now, and so I said I would put in the, he kind of gave me some questions to ask. So if it's okay, I'm gonna just tell him what we talked about, and then he may wanna just give you a buzz. All right, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Well, I think for my first Airstream conversation, that went pretty well. I don't think I sounded like a total moron, though I was transparent about the fact that my husband wrote the questions for me. So the only issue is that the trailer has basically been sitting in the same spot for almost 2 decades, and before that was sitting almost in the same spot for a similar amount of time. So, hey, if you know anything about the problems with Airstreams when they sit for a considerable amount of time and what sort of repairs we would be looking at, feel free to leave us some comments or any other questions you think we should be asking. This is our big adventure that we're starting with an Airstream first to buy the trailer and then eventually move it on to property as we build a house. So subscribe, come along with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.